Bro, so I get up, I think it was yesterday or something like that, and I feel just as bad as I did just the other day, and I have no idea what's going on, man. Like, I thought I'd kicked it, I thought I was over it, and I'm not, man. So today, I think I'm gonna try to pick myself up the best that I can, and we're gonna pick up all this trash right here. We're gonna take care of all this right here, and we're going to pick this up, man, because I feel like when you're down or you're feeling bad, and then you look around and like this is your working environment, it just makes things a lot worse. So I think if we pick up this area, it'll lift us up, our spirits a little bit here, man. So with that being said, man, let's get into it. Let's see if we can pick up some of this stuff and see if we can pull it together. But see, the problem with some of this stuff is I really don't have a great spot to put them. Like, I do have the new Carmelo Hayes here. We could put him probably on the current roster shelf, you know, things like that. We do have the Obafemi right here, another one where, you know, you could put him there. I just don't know. Those are some things that you got to figure out, I guess. But we do have the rest of these CM Punks here. We could put all those back on their respective shelves. We got this Obafemi basic. Could probably put a shirt on and put him in the crowd or something like that. So may need to do that. And then you come over here to the arena. We got this Kenny Omega that we got to put up. We got to fix the ring here. We got some loose figures and some random stuff going on that we got to take care of. You know, this is just what happens when you review figures and you got a lot of stuff laying around after you review the figures. Maybe you're using them for photography after the fact, and you know, you're trying to get stuff done. You get the stuff done, and then you got to do the next review, and then, you know, priorities and things like that, and then bam, your arena gets a wreck and you got to fix things up. So we can take this Kenny Omega though, and we can come right here and put him up front right there. Nice. I think this Theory goes on the current roster shelf. I think this Drew McIntyre also goes on the current roster shelf. This Batista needs to go on the Batista shelf. So we'll drop him in right here. And I think the other one is downstairs in the kitchen from the massive horror setup. So we need to put him right here. And then we do have that extra one that we can put right here. Alrighty. Now, I think what I'm going to do here is replace the Ultimate Edition Gunther. I'm going to replace this one with the Elite 122 or 121, wherever it is. He may be in the arena, actually. Oh, geez. Actually, you know what? He's downstairs, too, so we're not going to be able to replace him. You hate to see that. He's downstairs for all the horror setups because he's got that yelling head sculpt on there or whatever, but we do have the Unmatched Ospreay we need to do something with. I need to put this into my championships. Got a little extra band here. But we do need to get all these guys dressed up right here, put all these coats on these Gunthers, and then put them in their spots. So I got the other Gunthers where they go, so I guess I can put this Gunther right here on the current roster shelf. I think Angelo Dawkins is downstairs as well because he has that yelling head sculpt. So some of these figures, there are going to be some holes in these shelves, unfortunately, just because they're at different spots right now. But we'll do the best we can. You know, we'll put them in their spots and we'll see what comes of it. And then whatever's missing, you know, once October is over and we're not doing horror setups or anything like that, then we can come up and we can put them back where they need to be. But I know Drew McIntyre goes here, and I'm sure there's some other figures as well that need to go on this shelf. Taking another look in the arena, we got those two figures there. Still need to fix the ring. We got these three Punks laid out, and then I just put this championship on this Will Ospreay, and I'll show you guys where I put this Will Ospreay at. So I usually put him in that gap right there in front of that Matt Cardona. But then again, if I could get another setup here, because we moved the Stings. Remember that day we moved the Stings and made a new display? We could probably put Ospreay and some other figures here in the middle if we wanted to. But for now, since I'll just leave that blank instead of having one figure, and we'll just put Ospreay where he normally goes. And there it is. Not the greatest spot of all time. And that Cody right there probably needs to move. But, yeah, no. We're just making the most of what we got right now. All right, so we can finally get Drew McIntyre here. And then we do have our Austin Theory right here, and he actually goes right here at the end behind Grayson Waller. Yeah, nice. All right, so I don't know if there's any other figures here that... I'm trying to think who even goes there. I think it's Sami Zayn, maybe? No. Sami Zayn's right there, you dumb idiot. I don't know who goes there. I don't know who goes there, but I do know... I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm lightheaded. I'm going to sit down for a second. Got this Supreme Cody Rhodes. I'll put him right there. I think that's the first edition, like the regular edition without the jacket with the second gear. So you not only got the interchangeable jacket, but two gears, man. The Supreme line, the value that you get is just crazy, especially in those first few sets. And not that Mox's isn't a great value as well, because I think that the Supreme line always offers you a great value. It's just crazy, all the stuff they were putting in that box. It was almost like if a fan was designing the figure line and there was no limitations. That's what the Supreme line always felt like, which was such a joy. But nonetheless, let's keep on rolling. So over here we have an Ultimate Edition Seth, Finn Balor, and Cody Rhodes. Now, this was for the Supreme Will Ospreay comparisons, so we got to put those back now. So here we go, putting that there. That's not supposed to go there, though. I think this one's supposed to be up here, and the Elites are supposed to slide back, but I don't really give a damn. Ultimate Edition Seth with eyes closed. We're going to put him right here, I guess. He can just be the end cap for the Seth Rollins. And then this extra Cody goes down here beside this Elite Cody. This one will be easy because we have this Moxley figure, and he's supposed to just slide in right behind this Roddy Piper. But now you see why the collection is the way that it is, man. Can you imagine doing this every week when you're reviewing new figures, and then you got to go into some dynamic display and have to really hold my breath and get a figure over the top here? This is the only way to display it to get the most out of cleanup and things like that. So it makes it a whole lot easier rather than going in and trying to fit in some dynamic figure display or something like that. All right, so here we go. We got all the Mellow Elites. We got the Obafemi. We got this Will Ospreay. So I've organized it. You got the heads, the interchangeable stuff, championship, microphone, just kind of sorted it all out here. So now we need to take all these CM Punks and we need to put them on their respective shelves. But we also have this loose head sculpt right there. I don't know. I may keep that out. I don't know if I like that head sculpt. All right, let's look in the arena too, though. All right, so in the arena, we also have these 3 Punks. So, yeah, we just need to put all these CM Punks back on their shelf. It's from that recent Elite that we got. We need to put them back. All right, man, so here's a look at all the different CM Punk figures that we got to get up on the shelf. Now, one thing I did do is I did take the newest one that we just reviewed, and I did put the shirt on there, and then I put the, Ebenezer Scrooge head sculpt on there. I think that this one is the one that I like. I do not like that other one. Let me grab that other one so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the one I do not like. And sometimes I'll leave interchangeable head sculpts for certain guys on their shelves so they're right there for fix-ups. But this head sculpt right here, I'm not a big fan of. I don't like how he's looking to the left. I don't like that his hair's kind of brown. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of this head sculpt specifically. So I didn't want to use that one. So I just went ahead and put on that, kind of that older, mad, just angry looking CM Punk, which I think is a solid head sculpt. It's not my favorite either, but I guess it's better than whatever. And also, these are not going to be in any particular order because that would require taking everything down, and I'm not taking everything down right now. I don't feel great. If this was a traditional day or something like that, maybe it could be done, but I'm just going to be plugging the holes and putting them up here and everything like that. And one thing I'm also excited for is when we get that Mattel Creations Punk, the drug-free CM Punk right here, or Dr. of Thugonomics, Dr. of Punkonomics. When we get that figure in, we're definitely going to do a comparison with that. And we showed how to make this yourself. If you want to make this CM Punk figure right here, you can do that. There's a tutorial on the channel. But anyways, let's put these out, dude. Oh my God, dude, the long-winded sentences is making me out of breath. Jesus. So all we have to do now is just kind of put these up here one by one. And dude, I am starting to feel it now. I'm starting to feel it now, Mr. Krabs, I'm telling you. So this AEW one, again, there's no method to the madness today, man. We're just trying to clean up, get these figures on the shelves, and we will just live to see another day. You know what I mean? We'll cross some bridges when we come to it, but this is what we have today, and it's going to be all out of whack, and it is what it is, man. I appreciate you guys and your support for today, but I'm just going to get these figures up on the shelf today, and I just wanted to bring you along with me, kind of give you an update, because I know that, what was it, like a couple, maybe 5-6 days ago, something like that, I posted into the community tab or something like that, and I said that, I was sick, this, that, and the other, and then it was just last night, man, hit me out of nowhere, just started not feeling great again, and it's been rough. I don't really know, I don't have an answer for you. It's just been a battle, so any encouraging words you can leave down below, I greatly appreciate it, but I think we're almost done here, man. Here's a look at the full shelf after getting all of the CM Punk figures back into their respective spots. Now, remember, we did make an adjustment to this shelf not too long ago because we knew that we would be getting a lot of CM Punk figures through the door because he did return to WWE. So we kind of saw the writing on the wall. We knew there'd be greatest hits. We knew there'd be from the vault. We knew there'd be some ultimates. They were going to pump out as many CM Punk action figures as humanly possible. So we did move those figures into this section because now we have room to grow right there and everything like that. So that was kind of the vision for that, but that is all of the CM Punk figures back in their respective spots, man. Thank goodness. This is much better. If you come over here to the filming area, look at that. Pretty much clean. I do have the Will Ospreay accessories right here. Now, once we clean up downstairs and get all those figures back up here, then I can take this figure, dress it back up, put it on the AEW figure shelf, and all will be right in the world. But I figure keep this stuff together. That way you don't lose it. I don't want to put this in a cloth goods drawer or something like that. I don't want this to get, I mean, this isn't going to be used unless I don't know, I may do a torso swap or something. I do have a couple of those Supreme, so maybe we'll, I don't know, you can make some sort of conglomeration of different Will Ospreay looks and things like that if you want to, but that's what we're doing with those. And now we have cleaned up the arena. So you can see here, it's all clean. I do need to get these accessories and put this Roman Reigns up and put those tables up, but that's not the biggest deal. If you get right here, pretty much clean, man. Pretty much clean. We're going to write it off as a W today. Just getting something done, something accomplished in the midst of feeling like I've been run over. So that's just what it is, man. But I appreciate you guys so very much for watching. A huge shout out to our Patreon members, man. Thank you guys so very much for your support. Thank you guys so very much, man. You guys are unbelievable. I just thank you so much for the support. And I don't know, man. I just do not feel great. Do not feel great, but going to get out of here, get some rest, man. I thank you so much. I'm getting the hell out. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.
And you can't tell me about my life and all my highs and lows. Want me to change, but I can't change. It's the way I roll. I kept it smooth and broke some rules, but this the life I chose. They say they love you till they hurt you. You know how I go. I'm getting sick and tired to close my eyes, and then the sun come up, and it's all just the same. Same old, every single day. Like, what am I supposed to do when there's no cloud, but it's still rain? Like, how am I supposed to stay in line? Motherfuckers all in my lane.